Today he is here as an evaluator. I'll be looking at his speech in three main sections. The first is structure, how well he's transitioning from introduction, the main body, and towards the end of his speech. And the second important thing is how well he's connecting with the audiences. If he's able to convey all the emotions from his speech to the audience. And third one is how he's able to conclude it. Was he able to motivate the audience enough or not? So these are the three main sections towards the speech, and I'm looking forward to your speech, Rishi. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Rishi. So a little bit of introduction about Rishi. Recently, Rishi completed a 1,000 miles journey on his bike for 2021. He has decided to mark this landmark by taking us all on his cycling journey. So without further ado, pedaling through the pandemic, Rishi.
We have a beautiful turnout today. It probably wasn't wise for me to be standing out here with no underpants on. Our club president is giving me the no sign. Cut such humor out. But hey, Vipul, when you're in your late 20s, every platform is a dating platform. Speaking of dating, a lot has changed this pandemic. Vipul got married. Round of applause for Vipul. Aniket just didn't get married, but also has a baby on the way. Applause for him. The only thing I have been riding on the other hand is my bike. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I've always been a big fan of cycling, but especially since last March, when shelter in orders came in and all gyms were closed, I took to this sport in a new light. While all of us were waiting for that elusive curve to be flattened, I decided to find some curves of my own and climb them instead. I'm talking about roads here. Now, here are three main reasons why I bike. First, you can do a lot of sightseeing while getting a great workout in. One of the best things I did at the start of the pandemic was get my car a bike stand. On weekends, I would just take my bike, plant it on top of my car, and go riding to some of the most scenic places out in California. From 17-mile drive in Monterey all the way to Napa Valley and beyond. I'm having a fantastic day out while also not missing out on my workouts. And Suri, when you're in that cute bistro, enjoying the Pacific, while having your plum cake and coffee, well, if you have biked 20 miles to get there, you sure as hell have earned it. And on your way back, you're going to burn it. Niche, were you aware drinking and cycling is just considered a misdemeanor and not a felony DUI? I mean, how cool is that? I feel the best way to enjoy California, the weather, the wine, the western coastline, is on your bike. Second reason why I bike, you get great looking calves. Calf muscles are notorious to train right. But when you're engaging in massive climbs on mountains, these bad boys, they have to pop out. Now Niche, you may say that getting great calves is not one of your goals, but hey, regular riding can also take care of that muffin top. But jokes aside, let's move on to the real reason I ride. At this stage in my life, it is who I am. Having a bad day, go for a ride. I'm always just one ride away from being put in a good mood. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Again, go for a ride. I don't let great weather days get lost. I just reschedule my meetings, go for a ride in the daytime, and code at night. Perks of being a software engineer. And so, in sense, this pandemic, my bike, it has not just remained my bike, it is now my happiness machine. I stay away from my family. Alongside Kanye West, my bike is the only thing which has kept me sane. And moving moving on to the most important reason why I ride my bike. It is helping me define who I am becoming. I pedal to test my mettle. In the last year and a half, I've learned more about myself being on my bike than at any other time in life. On most Saturdays, I am on the other side of foothills, climbing all the mountain ranges out there. And as the gradient goes from 0 to 4, 8, 15%, there is a voice that screams at me, Rishi, why are you doing this? Give up. This is too much. This is unbearable. Just throw in the towel. But then there is a whisper, another voice, which just tells me, no matter what, keep riding. Just keep riding. And when I'm done with the climb, when I'm at the mountain top, the joy and confidence that I feel, it's unparalleled. All the pain, suffering, it just washes away. And the life we live, in many ways, it is just like any other incredible ride. There are going to be hardships, there are going to be series of peaks and troughs, and you don't know if you're in a trough until you're climbing your way out, or on a peak until you're on the way down. And that's it, you know. You don't really know what's around the corner. I mean, who saw this pandemic coming? So many people lost their jobs, lost their dreams, even their loved ones. But through it all, what we can do is just keep riding. Just keep riding. And then we will reach a place where we belong, where we want to be. This has been my biggest lesson from my cycling journey of 2021. These massive climbs make me feel empowered to take on the world out there and just keep riding through it, no matter what it throws at me. In 2022, I have decided to bike 2200 miles. That is the distance of the Tour de France. Now, I don't know what life lessons will I learn along the way, or the scenic sights that I'll see, but I'm sure I'll achieve my goal. And the goal all along was just to get sexier cars. Over to you, Toastmaster. Thank you.
Alright, timer, can we have 1 minute on the clock so everyone can put in their evaluation?
Sure.